And welcome to episode 114, entitled A Purpose-Driven Life. Having a sense of direction, meaning, identifying your values, your passions, and talents, and use them to have a positive impact. That is a purpose-driven life. But how do you go about determining your purpose? My name is Vierheller, and I'll be your host for what we call the Substance of Living podcast. Today, we'll look at what we call life's lessons. And I hope this will provide you with some insight, maybe even some inspiration to life's challenges. Well, here's a couple of exercises you might want to try. First, I want to show you how you can determine a purpose and how all the unnecessary, non-essentials just drop away. For example, if you come to me and I say, and I'm your doctor, and I say, I'm sorry, we've done the tests 5 times. I've had outside experts, I've consulted with them. All of us agree and have come to the same conclusion. You have 2 weeks to live. What would you do? Most people, when they're faced with this type of situation, when I propose this, almost everyone says, I want to take care of my family. I want to make sure my family and friends know how much I love them and how grateful I am to them. And I want to make sure my family's taken care of. So, notice what happened. Almost everybody can focus in realizing they have a limited amount of time. Same is true in a crisis. If we're hit with an earthquake right now, we want to get to a safe area. We don't care about fashion. We don't care about who's an influencer. We care about surviving. Our purpose is very clear. And if you have a sense of purpose, of life purpose, that can give you incredible power. So another exercise I do is I ask my clients to write out in detail their obituary, their eulogy, and their epitaph. The obituary is filled with facts. It's all concrete concepts. When I was born, when I died, what I died of, where I lived, what I accomplished in my life, who survived me. That's the obituary. It's all concrete ideas. The eulogy is what people would say about you at your funeral and after you die. Now that's a combination of abstract concepts. He was a great guy. What does that mean? Defined with concrete examples. The epitaph is what goes on the tombstone. A very concise, pithy, one sentence at the most. For example, when I first started, and I've done this on myself 4 times now. When I first started, my epitaph was, he was a good friend. Then I changed it to good friend. And then I came to the final result as good, just friend. So, the purpose of writing out your obituary, your eulogy, and your epitaph is to make you aware of the finite amount of time you have on this planet. And the obituary and the eulogy give you an idea of what you hope to accomplish in your life. Therefore, you can determine a purpose based upon what you hope to accomplish. You need to identify your values and your passions and incorporate those into your life, because you'll be doing things you love with your job. That's a key element. We'll talk about that in the next episode. You also have to set meaningful goals, and that's SMART goals. S, situation, that means in detail. SM, measurable, that means countable. SMA, achievable. Achievable means you have the knowledge and the tools and the skills to do the job. And then T, time related, which means a deadline. Because a deadline equals commitment, and that's what you want in a purpose. You have a direction you want to go in, and you take steps. Because a life purpose is like a vision. It's a dream. In a perfect world, my life would be, my job would be, my family would be, and at least you've got a direction to go in. Nothing goes as planned, so you're going to be altering, adjusting, adapting, and that's okay. That's life. You want to take action. Once you set those goals, make sure you have tiny steps to reach those goals. Step by step by step. All too many people have this grand vision and then these gigantic steps that they never complete. Step by step. You want to embrace challenges. And challenges means change. Life is change. Life is change. You are different right now compared to when this video started. You've been introduced to some ideas that maybe are new, or you were rethinking about them, but you've changed. Life is change. So, life is an opportunity to learn about yourself. So, embrace challenges, embrace change, welcome change, expect change because it's coming, whether you like it or not. Change is part of life. And finally, practice gratitude. By practicing gratitude, that actually builds your sense of a positive approach to life. When you realize how lucky you are, gratitude is easy to follow. It helps you to focus on can-do solutions, on what you can do, so you can take that action that I talked about. So, a purpose-driven life is a powerful life. I hope you find yours. Thanks. Thank you for joining us today for the Substance of Living podcast. If you'd be kind enough to consider subscribing, you can contact us through Spotify or Apple Podcasts or connect on Twitter. Join us again next time for what I hope will help you navigate life.